Hello! Hey guys, it's Samantha and this is my Q&A about songwriting. So I asked you guys on a few of my last videos to ask me some questions about my songwriting process and all of that stuff. Now, only 4 people asked me questions, but I'm gonna try and make this as informative as possible. Sorry, I need to put this down or else I'm gonna be drinking it the whole video. Okay, so the first question is, how long does it take you to write a song? Now, the time that it takes for me to write a song varies a lot because I either instantly have the song or I take a very long time. Sometimes, and I'll talk more about this later when I talk about coming up with lyrics, but sometimes a song will just come to me and I'll be able to sing it without any problem and just write the lyrics down. Other times I think of a plot or a situation that I want to write about, but every time I try to write the song, it just never works. And I end up having it in my brain for a very, very long time. And those are the times where the song can stay in my head for around months, and I will have the idea, I just won't be able to form a melody to it or form lyrics in the right way because it's such a hard topic to write about or something that not a lot of people can relate to, so it'll be hard to write about. I like to make my songs relatable for other people when they listen to it, but sometimes the things that I want to write about other people can't relate to, so it's sort of a hard topic to sort of dance around and find lyrics that can be relatable and yet mean the same thing as the song I want it to. So that can be difficult. So to recap on that question, songwriting can take either anywhere from instantly to months. It really just depends on the song. Now, 2 other people asked me the same question, which was, how do you come up with lyrics and do you have a certain songwriting process that you can talk about? So my songwriting process is pretty non-structured. I find that if I try to make a structured songwriting process, then the whole process doesn't seem fun to me anymore. I don't enjoy it, and I realize that when I'm trying to work under pressure, the song that ends up coming out of that working session is not something that I want to post or I feel proud about having made. With that being said, my songs normally come randomly. I will just be sitting on the couch, in the shower, at school, walking down the hallways, and a song melody will just come to me. This sometimes rarely happens, but when it does, I stick with it because I always seem to come up with my best ideas when I am not prepared for them at all. Let me tell you, most of my song ideas have come to me while I am trying to sleep, and that ends up causing me to get out of bed, take out my phone, and film myself singing whatever is in my head, and then I will use it the next day or whenever I'm feeling uninspired and I need to just grab the recording. So this is just a very messy process, but if that does not come to me, then another very, very effective method is to just sit down. If you play an instrument, then take your instrument. If you don't play an instrument, then just sit down, think of whatever you want to sing about, and just start singing. And if you play an instrument, just start playing random chords and see what comes out of your mouth. This is what I have always done. This is what I find works best for me. This is how I write songs that I am actually proud of, I guess you could say. I really don't want to say that because I don't want to sound narcissistic at all. I'm not arrogant about it because people can write a lot better than me, and I know that. But anyway, all I'm trying to say is that what I do is I will sit down with my ukulele, with a piano, with my guitar, and I will just play chords. As I'm just kind of feeling, sometimes I won't even think of what I'm about to sing about. What? Sometimes I won't even think about what I'm going to be singing about. Sometimes the words just kind of come to me and the whole plot and the whole setting of the song just comes to me while I'm singing. And I really recommend trying this at least once to just see if this method works for you, because it really, really helps me when I'm feeling writer's block, because I cannot just sit down and write a song. I can't. It does not work for me. I don't know why, and I really, really wish I could get out of that habit. I really wish that I could just write a song on the spot. I can't if I'm just given a piece of paper and pen. So that is why I take my phone and I just film myself singing whatever, and sometimes this happens to me all the time, but I finally will have a great idea and I'll be singing, I'll be like, oh, this sounds really good, and then I remember that I was not recording any of it. All that I sang, everything that I thought was good, is gone. And this happens way too often. I really wish that I would have been recording all those times because I really, really liked the songs that I was singing. But of course, they're gone forever because I will never be able to remember them. So that's great. But anyway, all I'm trying to say is that I sit down, see what comes out of my mouth, I can fix it later. However, there is a big fallback to this method. This method was the way I wrote Just the Thought, and if you have noticed, and if you have heard the song, then you will realize that there is no verse, pre-chorus, chorus, and bridge. It is all just kind of the same format. And this is due to the fact that when you're just singing and words come out of your mouth, you can't really remember exactly what you sang for the verse, and you can't remember the exact that you sang for the chorus or the bridge or the pre-chorus. You keep just singing the same notes, so that's kind of the fallback unless you go back later and fix the song, but I feel like it kind of worked for the song. So sometimes lyrics can come first, and that's what happened with Hide Me. I wrote the lyrics first, and then I just played the 2 strings and sort of sang whatever I want. And that song also did not have a verse, pre-chorus, chorus, and bridge. And this is something I am struggling with so much. But I am writing a song, however, now, and it does have a verse, pre-chorus, chorus, and bridge because I actually wrote the lyrics first. I had not developed a melody yet, but I was just playing around with my ukulele one day and I started developing a melody. I was like, you know, this melody I'm singing in my head would go well with those lyrics of that song. So what I'm trying to say is that sometimes you will have a melody in your head that might not work for the song that you're trying to make, and instead will work for a song that you previously wrote. And the last question was something that kind of is difficult for me to answer because I'm not really sure. The question is, what do you do when you lack songwriting inspiration? So when I am lacking song inspiration, I will look up unique words, and this actually is just nice to do even if you aren't a songwriter. Just look up unique words on Google Images and a bunch of different things will come up. All the words are really beautiful, but the pictures are basically a word, a unique word, and it has a definition underneath. And sometimes this can spark up an idea in my head for a song. For instance, the song Hide Me was focused on a word called heareth. I don't know. All I know is that it's some Welsh word that doesn't have a direct translation into English, but basically the definition for heareth, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, is a homesickness for a home to which you cannot return. A home which maybe never was, the nostalgia, the yearning, the grief for the lost places of your past. And that is kind of what I centered Hide Me around, and it's kind of what I'm centering a lot of my life around, which I'm trying to get back on track and just focus on the present. And it is a difficult thing for me to do because I do focus a lot on the past. I'm trying to get better at that because it's so bad that it's sort of just taking over my present and my future, and it's just crazy, and I need to just focus on right now. Thank you for asking me a question if you did. And if you are curious about other songwriting things, then leave a comment in the description, not the description, the comment section. That would be very strange. If you could edit my description, I'd be very concerned. Anyway, I'm sorry that this video was not a cover, but I really just wanted to make a video just talking to you guys, letting you guys know my songwriting process, even though it's a very crazy process. I hope you enjoyed this video anyway, and if you did, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up because I really, really appreciate that. I hope you guys have a fantastic, awesome, super, and amazing day. Bye guys!